Nikki of Nikki's Homemade Craft, and today I'm going to teach you how to crochet the boxed block stitch, which is actually very easy, and we're going to crochet it from the center out, so like a granny square, although you can also make it into half a granny square by turning it into a triangle, because in that case you'll be able to crochet this amazing shawl right here, which is a triangle shawl. You can also see a picture of that right here. Or you could crochet this amazing pillow right here, which is made from a giant granny square. So yes, you could make this adorable pillow, which is great for the Christmas time. So one of these patterns you'll be able to get access tomorrow for free through the Christmas Mystery Crochet Along of 2024 for Christmas patterns, decorations, and gift ideas. If you don't want to wait for the pattern to be available for free, or you want both patterns because you don't want to just have one, then get the ebook down below, because the ebook includes 12 additional patterns. That means 2 patterns per stitch. So that way you get access to everything right away, ad-free and printer friendly, all 12 stitches and 24 patterns. But if you prefer staying with the free version, which is the free Mystery Crochet Along, then that's fine as well. You get 12 stitches and 12 patterns for 24 days in total, free to view, but with ads, and you won't know when each stitch will be published for free, as well as which of the 2 patterns I'm publishing for free the following day. So if you don't want to wait or don't want to take a chance, then go get the ebook. There is a coupon code down below that is available until December 24th, 2024. So take a chance, grab the ebook, and that way you are ready to go. So let's get started with the boxed block stitch, so you know exactly how to crochet the stitch, so you're ready for tomorrow. Although you used red and white for those specific patterns, I'm just going to use yellow instead of red because red is a little harder to see on camera when you crochet. So I'm going to start here with yellow, replacing the red, and we're going to make a magic ring. You can totally also make a chain and then add more chains to it for the first double crochet stitch. I think it's neater with a magic ring, but it is up to you. So here's my magic ring. So I'm going to do it like this by wrapping it around, pulling up my loop, and then making a chain of 1. That just holds the magic ring in place. It doesn't count as a stitch. And I'm going to start with an alternative turning chain as my first double crochet stitch. So I'm going to make a single crochet stitch like so. And then out of the single crochet stitch, you see that left loop right there for my righties. It will be the right loop for my lefties. And you're going to insert your hook into it. So it's the loop close to your yarn finger, yarn over and pull through. And you have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through. That's also known as the stacked single crochet stitch, counts as a double crochet stitch. Now we're going to add 2 more double crochet stitches. And then you make a chain of 2. And now you're going to repeat. So instead of an alternative turning chain, which counts as a double crochet stitch, you're going to make 3 double crochet stitches. So 1, 2, and 3, and then a chain of 2. And now repeat. Do this 2 more times, so that way you have 4 corners in total. And then close up your ring. So it's going to look like this. And now we're just going to pull here until the hole is closed. And we're going to make a slip stitch, and then we're just going to drop our yarn because we're going to pick up a new color. So I'm going to go through the top of the alternative turning chain, and I'm going to pull that through from the back to the front. So I use the invisible slip stitch, but you can also use a regular one, and it's going to look like this. And now you're going to pick up a new color. So you're going to put your new color on your hook, and as I said, just drop your yellow. Go into that chain of 2 space where you drop your yellow, and ignore the yellows there, right? I'm just going to make 1 single crochet stitch right here. And now I'm going to make a chain of 3 like so. And I'm going to go back into that chain of 2 space over here in this corner. And I'm going to crochet 1 single crochet and a chain of 3. And then again, another single crochet stitch in the same corner right there. Then chain of 3 into the corner, 1 single crochet stitch, chain of 3, another single crochet stitch in the corner. And now let's repeat this all the way around, and we need to finish our first corner. And here in the very first corner, we're going to finish it up by doing 1 single crochet stitch and a chain of 3. And then you're going to do a slip stitch. I'm doing the invisible slip stitch, so I'm going to pull up my loop and I'm going to insert my hook in the very first single crochet stitch, and I'm going to pull my loop back. And then I'm just going to drop my loop and I'm going to pick up my yellow again. So we're now going to go into that chain of 3 space here again, and I'm just going to make my loop a little bit bigger, the yellow one, and as I'm going to crochet over a little bit, and I'm going to crochet right into it, and I'm going to crochet 3 double crochet stitches, but one of them being the alternative turning chain. So I'm going to first make a single crochet stitch, insert my hook into the loop that's close to my yarn finger, pull up a loop, and then yarn over, pull through 2. That's my very first double crochet stitch. Now I'm going to make 2 more double crochet stitches in that same space. So that's still in that corner. Once I'm done with this first double crochet stitch cluster or box stitch, it is only half of this corner. We're going to finish it at the very end. So we're now going to make another double crochet cluster right here, which is then another box stitch in this space right here. So where you made your chain of 3, we're going to go into it and we're going to crochet 3 double crochet stitches into it. Like so. Now we're going to go into the corner right here. In the corner, you're going to crochet 1 box stitch. So it's going to be the 3 double crochet stitches, then a chain of 2, and then another box stitch. So 3 double crochet stitches. Like so. Now you're going to repeat this. So in this space right here, we're going to crochet 3 double crochet stitches. And in the corner, you're going to crochet 3 double, a chain of 2, and another 3 double, all in the same space. Now repeat this until the end, and we're going to finish the corner here at the very first corner together. All right, we're going to finish this corner together. So that means we're going to make 3 double crochet stitches into that corner we had started in the beginning. Then a chain of 2, and we're going to make a slip stitch. So I like to just do the invisible slip stitch by pulling my loop through. You can add a stitch marker right here to this loop, but I would recommend that only if you're, putting your project to the side for a while, then do that. All right, you have now 2 choices, okay? So commonly it is more known to cut whatever yarn you are using for the single crochet stitches, cut the yarn and start over in the next round or row, depending on what you're doing. Especially for rows, you're going to have to cut it. It's much cleaner that way and it looks better. So for the triangle shawl, always cut that yarn. And obviously that would also be the case for in this case, the yellow yarn, whatever yarn color is for the shawl as well. You always have to cut at the end of that row to start over in the front again. So it's a smooth transition and it always looks clean. It's always a front side. You don't want a front and back side. You want always just a front side. So this is only used on the front side. You never turn your project in this case, regardless if you do this row around. Now, typically you would cut your yarn and start over with white. I'm just going to pull it up right now, but for the actual project, I recommend that you cut it first. So here's how it's going to look like if you are pulling it up. So in my case, I'm just going to take here my white and I'm going to go into this corner here, into that chain space right there. And I'm going to make my single crochet stitch. So remember, ignore the yellow that's over there. And I want to show you how it looks like if you do that. This is what it's going to do. Now I did this on purpose right now because I want to show you what happens. So if you drop this and then pick it up, this is how it's going to look like. You're going to have that peak, peeking through that you had dropped it previously. that's not going to look good. So the best thing to do is literally cut it. So I'm going to do this right now the right way. So all you have to do over here obviously is make a slip knot and then weave in your ends, and then you just start fresh. In my case, it's the white color, right? So you could obviously switch colors here if you like to make it a little bit more like variegated or something. So you would go into this space right here and start fresh without having it dropped. So now you don't see that weird loop hanging there. Yes, you have more yarn to weave in, but it looks cleaner that way. So now what you're going to do is you're going to do that single crochet, and then you do that chain of 3 again, right? And you're going to go between those block stitches. There's no chain of 3 or anything in there. You're just going to make a single crochet right on top, like so. Chain of 3, and then between, every time you have 3 double crochet stitches, you're pretty much skipping them, and you're going to put a double crochet into it. Then chain of 3, and then into the corners, as you did before, you're going to make a single crochet stitch, chain of 3, and another single crochet stitch. So that's how the corners look like. And then you keep going. Chain of 3, between the 3 double crochet stitches, make a single crochet stitch, and then keep going. Do this until the end. Obviously you will finish at the very end over here with a chain of 3 and slip stitch, and then cut your yarn. And now you're going to switch back to yellow. Now for the yellow, you don't have to cut it unless it's rows, because for rounds you can easily cover this up. So I actually recommend that you even weave in here your ends at the same time. So let's do one more row together in yellow with the double crochet stitches. So I pull up my loop a little bit, I make my stacked single crochet stitch right into that chain space right there. And I'm going to crochet over my loop here a little bit so that way it's not so visible. So I made my first double crochet stitch as a stacked single crochet, and now I'm going to go over that and I'm going to crochet 2 more double crochet stitches, so you can see how you can hide that there a little bit for rounds. So that only works for this yellow, whatever is in double crochet. Now you're going to go into every chain 3 space that is on the edge, and you're going to crochet your 3 double crochet stitches right into that. And then in the corners, of course, it's going to be slightly different, although similar. So every chain of 3 chain space gets 3 double crochet stitches, like so. And then in the corners right here, you're going to make 1 box stitch, so 3 double crochet stitches, chain of 2, and another box stitch. Now continues all the way around until you're done and you make a slip stitch. And it's going to look like this. Here's a red and white version of this, so you can see it, how it looks like. It's super, super pretty. You have these little white pixels pretty much all the way around, and that allows you to learn how to crochet the pillow as well as, of course, the shawl. So you can see the shawl right here. And then you can see the pillow right here made with the exact same stitch, just that the colors are flipped. We have white for the double crochet stitches and red for the single crochet stitches for the shawl, for the triangle shawl, and then for the pillow it's reversed in color, but it uses the same stitch, just one is a granny square and the other one is a triangle. So which pattern do you think I'm going to publish tomorrow? Which one are you hoping for? I want to know. Leave a comment down below and let us know. Only one of them will be published for free tomorrow. Christmas Advent Calendar Mystery Crochet Along of 2024. Remember, if you want all patterns, that means instead of 12, you get 24 and ad free with 12 stitch tutorials. Then get the ebook right now. Down below is the link with the coupon code that expires December 24th, 2024. Jump in, get your ebook, so that way you don't have to wait for any of these patterns or stitch tutorials to be published. And I hope you have a wonderful day today. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, share this video, and of course subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on the bell to get a notification next time I publish a video or go live. I'll see you in the next stitch tutorial. Until then, bye!